So, guys, it's the pregame. We haven't quite started the show yet. But since I'm doing Listen Vision Live, I want to go ahead and be able to start the behind the scenes situation because I want you guys to see the whole studio. So, I'm sharing it on my page. We want to share it. We want to get the whole full studio. It's Buzy With B Mondays. Let's share this video, all that good stuff. So, all right. So can we get a, we behind the scenes. We ain't quite started yet. I need my Buzy With B music to kind of get hype real quick. Hey. What we talking about? So I'm a little rapper, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you hear my song. Hey.
This you?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Look, now all I gotta do is work on the verse. I got the hook. Yes. This is my favorite part. What's
the favorite part?
Getting busy with B. Getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B. Getting my favorite part. Hey, we can cut it. It's Buzy to be. What's going on, y'all? Okay, guys. We ready, PJ. So, what I want to say? What's going on, everybody? We know what today is. It's Buzy With B Mondays. It's like a Monday, each and every Monday holiday for me, right? Okay. So I look forward to this day. But I'm really looking forward to this day because I have CEO, leading lady, first lady, Venable in the building.
That's me.
Yes, so I'm so excited to have her in the building, right? So before we start the show, we need to clear the air a little bit, right?
Okay.
Because when Dave was on, so if you guys don't know, Pastor David Venable, which I call Fluffy on the show, y'all will not stop the comments. I call them Fluffy. Y'all will not stop it. Not on the show, y'all. I kept watching the door because I kept saying, Dave, I'm supposed to be the first lady. So in joke, in humor, I just wanted to clear the air. We good?
Oh yeah,
So guys, I'm gonna let Mrs. Victoria Venable introduce herself.
Okay, let's see. What? It's a lot.
Yeah, go ahead. Brag. This is your time to brag.
It's a lot. I don't really brag though. I'm a pretty humble person. I'm grateful for all of the opportunities God has given me. I have the GGU community. Shout out to all y'all. They should be coming in, which is kind of it's supposed to be a local organization, but it's kind of went national. And then we have the Flames, which is a national community. I also have a full-time career with the Archdiocese. Full-time ministry. We do a whole lot of traveling. I think the best thing that I am is a mother and a wife. I think that trumps everything. And then honestly, I'm just me.
Yeah.
I'm just me. I don't like to conform. I like to be who I am. I like to be a little exciting. I like to burn a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And I love it. So, guys, what she don't know is okay, so today's show, so she introduced herself. We waiting for Sharice to come, guys. Former commissioner. We waiting for her to get here, but we're gonna take advantage of this time, this one-on-one time that we have to ourselves. So, guys, today's show is about just the Black Lives Matter movement and the role us as women play in it. We've heard a lot about George Floyd, and we see the protests, and it's a huge role that females, women, that we've always played. A lot of times we play it in the background.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I really wanted a show for us just to talk about the role we play in it, and how can we contribute, or how do we contribute? Mm-hmm. And so when I thought of it, I was like, I thought of you.
Thank you.
Because I know you're doing a lot of great things with the community, and of course I know who your husband is, and I watched you minister, because what she didn't say, y'all, she's a minister, preacher. I don't know the word for it. But when I tell you, hearing her speak is just so inspirational. I don't think I ever got a chance to tell you that. But guys, today on the show, we're going to find some time, and I'm going to put her on the spot. I'm going to give her a subject, and she is going to have to freestyle a sermon. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna do that later on in the show, so you do not want to miss it. And
so you gonna give me the topic when later on? I'm gonna
give you the topic later on.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna get, because it's gonna come from the inside out. It's gonna be. I'm not worried. This is like a freestyle rap. You know, you can't tell them ahead of time, because then they start thinking. Right. You know. Ahead of time. Oh my gosh! If somebody do this to me, I ain't gonna know what to do with myself.
But I pictured it in my head, because I was like, she did it to Pastor, so I'm not. I was kind of prepared.
Yeah, I wanted to do the same thing, because I know black girls, we rock. I know she rocks. I already seen her, so I get to introduce her to the Buzy With B audience, and now you get to experience the love that comes from the inside out.
That's what's up.
How about that?
We in it. Let's do it. We
in it. So. Guys, I wanted to, you know what? I was going to open the show. I guess I'm going to just start the show as if I was going to start it when Sharice was here. So I'm just going to keep it moving, right? Mm-hmm. And so on the...
There she go.
Oh, she's walking in. Great. So guys, on the guys show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a miniature break. I'm going to let Sharice get set up and get comfortable. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of read a little bit. You know, I really don't do that on this show. But I want to we're going to talk about Breonna Taylor, the 26-year-old who was shot in her house by the cops. I think on the guys show, I did a lot of highlighting of George Floyd and the influence that he made on the Black Lives Movement. But since I have the women in the studio, we're going to touch on it. Just a little bit. We're going to touch on Breonna Taylor. And we're going to start the show like that. But we're going to definitely talk about it. I'm going to give me 1 minute to get Sharice set up and get some hugs going on. And we'll be right back. Okay? Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Latest news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you, Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins, life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and PG, you see us coming. MDDC, be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Latest news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about.
What is going on? We went from 2 to 3. Sharice, former commissioner, has joined us in the studio. I'm going to let her just give a brief synopsis of just her full accomplishments. Definitely plug her podcast. She has something going on too. So I want tell us a little bit about yourself. Get caught up.
Well, I have to first say thank you, Buzy With B, Queen Victoria. It is, let me tell you guys, it is an honor. Whenever I get to sit amongst queens, I feel honored because I see your work. I know your value. And oftentimes when you're working on heavy loads, you don't get a chance to check in on your girlfriends and check in on the people who have inspired you along your journey because you get deep into your work. And I'm hoping that everybody out there takes some time to get deep into that thing, that passion, that purpose, Lady Fire, that's in you, right? Because we all have some of that in us. And I think that's what we've been taking a lot of time disconnecting from social media. Some people stay connected and all those things are well. You just have to decide what works for you. And so for me, it was just disconnecting, putting my head down to start creating it. As commissioner, we had to address a lot of problems. I mean, one of the strangest ones, and still to this day, is a challenge with, bullet holes coming through people's doors. Okay. How do I get the bullet holes in my window repaired? How do I get them? Is who pays for this? Is the city payment, or do I have to? Is my insurance policy? I mean, these are real challenges in the health reality. So now I've transitioned just a lot of that crisis management into what we're working on under district influencers. So we fell into the black hole. Working on that. It's a radio show. Episode 8 just aired Saturday and Sunday. So episode 9 is going to be pre-recorded on Wednesday.
Okay, so you pre-record. Okay.
We because obviously we've been in a pandemic.
Right.
So we've been having to move very cautiously throughout this process because of the health challenges. And, working in health and wellness, solving a lot of problems in policy, just kind of that deep down policy review, going back and forth with that. One of the ones that works on youth services and health disparities is in Congress right now. It's a bill, HR 40. So those are just some of the things that just requires you to really, really lock in and with some folks and take a deep dive into that documentation.
Pastor David said you're always late.
Yeah.
Oh, praise him, Pastor Davis.
He just posted it right there.
Look, Pastor Davis, God bless you.
She's always late.
Bless you. Listen, we gonna work it out. What they say? What they say, Pastor? We gonna work it out.
One thing
Come
I can
on,
say
somebody.
is I'm super excited to be joined by these two beautiful, powerful women, right, from different perspectives, and I think mainly you do a lot of outreach. So do you? I mean, look, these women do so many things for the community. And so when I thought of Black Lives Movement and the role that women play, I thought of you guys. So for you to be open and available, I'm so excited to have you. So before I went to the break, on the guys show, so I'm going to be doing this once a month, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to combine us with the guys next month. That's what I'm thinking.
I like that conversation. We that's a good idea.
When I tell you, because we shouldn't stop talking about it. Just like they had their foot on his neck, we're going to keep our foot on their neck.
Come on, the price just went up, somebody.
You understand? So I just feel like the way we do that is we continue to bring awareness.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So here on the Buzy With B show, I'm going to be doing this at least once a month. I'm not going to separate us as Black men and women, because even during slavery time, we was the ones putting our breasts in their mouth to keep them fed when they was being starved. So I mean, it's a lot of roles that we play as the Black women in all of the movements for so long. Yeah. And it's just finally in 2020 we visualizing it, we seeing it, and it's just not only bothering us as a race, it's bothering everybody.
I think for me, I'm an empath. I don't think I've publicly shared that with anybody. I recently posted on Instagram about it, and when I really realized what that meant, it means that you feel pain from other people that you don't even have to know them. Yeah. You feel so deeply the pain in the world, the pain, in your family, the pain, from your friends that you're close to. And so, I've just been feeling the pain in this world. It's like, this has been a global movement. So you just shout out to everybody that's showing up with their physical bodies on the line in these protests, because I've been out there a few times and hadn't really, talked about it.
Take me with you. I mean, I guess what?
You gotta mentally prepare. It's like going to war.
No, I actually haven't. Pretty much everybody in my house has been. I posted on social media early on, and I was like, y'all protest, I'll pray.
Amen.
Because everybody is out there, and to be honest with you, we've forgotten all about the virus. It's all kind of danger that's out there, and if all of us are out there, who's getting us out when we get locked up? Like, so I was like, y'all go and protest. I got you. And if somebody get locked up, call me.
And see, this is
I'ma come and get you.
But one of the things you did for me, Victoria, because Busy don't know that, I've been following this woman for a while, and and I'm just grateful for that. But she's transitioning the economics of women, because women often get left behind in the financial conversations as if because we're the nurturers or the mothers that we're supposed to just do it for free. That we're supposed to not have equal pay. We're supposed to not receive the same benefits. And so, Victoria, women, I got chills in my bones now because so much of the work that I had done prior to now, and even some of it still my passion projects. But now you got to write the check.
Facts.
Before long, it took me a long time to own that for myself.
But the bottom line is, most women, we are nurturers and providers by nature. So I'm going to always do volunteer work.
Always.
And I'm going to always share, and I'm going to always cover. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be broke doing it.
Come on.
So you have to be able to embrace it all.
Even
you
when
have
you
to
look
be
at
able to
funding
do all
for
of
the
it.
initiatives that are out there, to be very, very fair and very honest, and talking to the men in leadership out there, and even the women that are advocating dollars or allocating dollars, it is budget season, to organizations. Make sure women-led organizations are at the top of those lists, and not just a piece, a small percentage of that pie, but women deserve equal pay of these contracts that are out there, the grants that are out there.
And then go get it.
And go get it.
Because we'll stay home and we'll talk about all of the great ideas that we have, but we won't go get it. I don't need anybody to open the door for me. I don't need anybody to say my name. I'm gonna walk in myself. I'm gonna knock on the door.
What they say, bringing folding chairs?
Listen, when I leave,
folding chair somebody.
I'm taking everything off the table and the table. Like the table's not even there anymore. Like, you have to have that mindset that I'm coming out, and guess what? It's still gonna be food on the table for my family. Everybody's gonna still have everything that they need, but I'm also developing a family of entrepreneurs. So everybody's not just sitting home doing nothing. So I can go do what I need to do during the day, and we can all reconvene later on.
Yes, ma'am.
And I can still pray through my house. I can still cover everybody. I can still put oil on everybody's clothes. I can still go in tongues in the midnight hour and make sure they're like grandma used to do. But I'm gonna make my own dollar too.
See, and that's something that I've been locked in on. Just making sure that our proposals are accurate, because this is a new realm for me, coming out of, because I'm still elected currently on the state committee. They're looking at considering me for an appointed position as secretary of the DC Black Caucus. So I haven't officially accepted yet. So this is just, the conversations have been had, and inquiries around board membership and or becoming board members. And so I'm evolving, guys, into these spaces that I'm like, okay, this is do I have the capacity, and praying to expand my capacity to serve in different roles, and then deciding where to say no, because that's another thing we talked about, and that was prevalent, because we're so good at, women just are so good at the yes word. We're just, no problem, I'll get that, y'all.
You feel obligated.
It's the sense of obligation, right?
I have to be there. I have to take care of this. I have to cover
That's
this.
changing a
That's
lot.
like when sis asked about had I been out there to protest.
Yeah.
Most women, it's like, you feel like you got to do everything. No, I was like, listen, it don't matter what nobody say.
Yeah.
And I don't feel pressure anymore.
No,
y'all go out there, and I promise you, I'm watching.
I ain't gonna lie, Victoria. Just let it release some of that. It was a lot pent up, because I had the same pain. Look what you say about the foot on our neck. Breonna Taylor, still,
I want to talk about
she's
that.
just one person of the unnameless with people who have their murderers have not been brought to justice. Who did not need to die.
No knock search warrant, guys.
Career.
So, yes, you guys know I wanted to talk about Breonna Taylor. So just if you guys don't know, which you will have to be, I don't know, blind to not know, Breonna Taylor, 26-year-old African-American emergency medical technician, was fatally shot by the Louisville Metro Police Department officer on March the 13th, 2020.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 plainclothes LMPD officers, no knock search warrant, just entered her home and basically murdered her. Okay.
Right.
It could have been as she was sleeping, but no one has been charged in that case.
And there's been no charge. And I remember the woman before her, Tatiana, her name is not coming up, and I'm trying to look it up, but Tatiana Jefferson, God bless your soul, bless me, because I Lord, the names that just keep going through your head, it's just the names and the faces they start to... It's a lot, okay, to take in. But I remember Tatiana Jefferson, I believe. I haven't checked on her case to see if there's been a conviction yet, but I don't know if there's been a conviction in that case either. And she had her nephews, and that hits home for me too, because outside of this work component that I've been Lord in the black hole on, I have been so sincere about investing as much time in my family, into my young men that are coming up, and my nieces, and doing mentorship for them, and trying to create solutions that they think they need for themselves and their friends. And I have them often. And right after that incident with Tatiana Jefferson, I remember my nephews left my front door unlocked. No, it wasn't that I feared at the time that the police were going to come into my place and murder me, but it was the sheer thought of an unlocked door could lead to a fatality in front of your nephews.
Because the bottom line is now...
How?
It is
in
a thought.
what world?
Whereas, I don't know how you guys grew up, but when I would go see my grandmother and family in the country, they didn't lock doors.
No.
People were coming in and out
like
all
that
the
was
time.
like that in Raleigh.
Like there were no locked doors. And even sometimes I have to catch myself with locking, because it was just, it wasn't a problem. It wasn't an issue. But now you literally aren't safe sleeping at home.
No.
It's anything can happen.
And they literally bogart their way into your home.
And a struggle for me, I'm going to be so transparent, ladies and gentlemen out there, because you probably have women in your life that you may want to support them and may not know how to. So hopefully, this conversation can help you support the women in your life, man, because women need to be protected as much as we're still protectors now. We're going to don't cut up, but we're going to protect the men in our lives, but women need to be protected. And I'm finding there are too many instances where women are being attacked and not supported. So I struggle between the entrepreneur in me and building my programs I need to go do something about this injustice. And a lot of the work around policy obviously is just a space that deeply passions me, that I feel is a calling for me. And I thank God that he's opened some doors in that space for me to be a part of those conversations. So I try to get right to the policy. How do we solve this on that end? But also, too, the advocacy of this just is not right. And the historic context, the intersectionality of the historic context of how we have received the compounded effect of 400 years of oppression. Like we're carrying those 400 years on our shoulders with George Floyd. We're carrying that 400 years on our shoulders. What happened with Atlanta? We're applause to Keisha Bottoms, because she got an arrest right away. But we need to see more of that.
Even with that arrest that happened in Atlanta, they saying it happened too soon. They wasn't able to
properly charge them. No,
properly investigate and things of that nature. So it's still a way where they are trying
loopholes.
To finesse.
Oh, good. The loopholes and lack of accountability. We could talk. I could be here all day for that.
Yeah, but the fun
another
part
show.
is just it is, and that's why we're gonna keep it going here on this platform. But the exciting thing is, I lost my train of thought.
No, but there's so many levels to this, and that can be. Yeah. That's listen. Thank you, sis, for saying that. Because look, y'all. Sometimes we're gonna lose our train of thought, and that is not the end of the world. Because we think,
we're surrounded by two powerful women. No, but what was dope though is that she admitted that she lost her train of thought and she didn't make nothing up, because there's a whole lot of females out here. Just say you don't know. Why you keep rambling? Just say you don't know. No. It's like, and not just here, but like females, period, just be talking. You all in left field. Guess what? Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I don't got it. Sometimes I don't understand. Man, it don't make me. It don't make. It don't say I'm still great. I'm still dope. I'm still awesome.
It's okay to not be okay right now.
Listen,
I don't know who needed to hear that. It is okay if you feel like everything is falling apart right now, because those are real feelings.
She said I lost my train of thought.
All those feelings. Allow yourself to do
Probably because we just keep talking.
Like, let me tell y'all.
Let's just be honest. We keep talking.
One thing that I don't mind is when I'm surrounded by
I love
these
it.
powerful women.
Transparency.
That is
Take the mask off, y'all.
and what Sharice don't know is just like I'm gonna do Mrs. I call her Mrs. First Lady CEO.
First Lady, yes, ma'am.
Venable.
Lady Fire.
Yeah, she gonna give me a 5-minute segment, right? I haven't gave her the title yet, right? But you see how you came in, you embraced you more from a political side. You gonna give me 5 minutes too.
Ooh, I feel like I'm nervous about these 5
You
minutes.
you should be. Even if I could get 2 to 3 minutes, because I remember Mister, he told me, nah, I can't give you no 7 minutes. I gave him 7 minutes because it was just me and him, right? And so he ended up superseding.
Did you say faking like turkey bacon?
So yeah, so what I'm gonna
I
do with
can't
you?
do it. I can't do it.
Yes, I want you to come from a political side, right?
Okay.
And a movement side, setting the tone. If you was talking to, okay, we're gonna let her go first.
I'm gonna say, wait a minute, why I didn't get my topic?
Because we're gonna let her go first.
Listen,
and you know
can
why?
I'll
Because
pass
I
the
want-
mantle. I can get prepared.
No,
However you want to do this.
Look, I know she gonna bring it home. Who knows what's gonna come out,
However you
because
want to do
when you
this.
walk in that light and you truly anointed, because I got, I'm witness to your ministry. So
Yeah.
I want to say,
I'm witness.
Yeah, I'm witness to it. So I want to save you, because you going to just close out the show and you going to take us to
bring us
church,
to
right?
church.
We
And
finna
more
go
so,
to church.
Sharice.
Y'all should have told me. I would have put some church clothes
Let
on.
me. No, that's all right. We need to see you like this from time to time, right?
But it's all church clothes.
Yeah, what you're gonna do. You're gonna come more from a political side,
Okay.
and you're gonna talk to the little black girl
Aww.
that don't know her purpose in society right now, or how she can contribute. How about that? You think
Sharice, you got that? What you talking about?
Because the
Like
terror immediately before I could get the word, it just both
oh,
sides
you know what? Talk
just
to your
boarded
younger
up.
self.
That's what I'm supposed to say.
Talk to your younger self.
You don't do me right. You don't do me right at all. You know,
I'm mad I
guys.
can't comment because I want to tell David. what
Please
he's talking
comment.
about.
Is the floor
Why?
open? Because I think we.
I told you why.
on the comment of that
Oh,
part.
so what you want to say?
All my
Use my
folks in
phone.
it.
Use my phone.
Oh, listen, it's me, y'all. Let me see. Hey, it's me. Comment.
I just had an opportunity to join higher up and their officials at the Summer Youth Employment. Today was the kickoff for that, at the Shaw location, where I sat at a table with some young ladies that I said, those young ladies, they look like me. And every time I say that,
Sharice, tell people just a little bit of like where you're from.
Okay.
Because when you get up here, you're so articulate, you're so beautiful, you're so standing in your
yes.
purpose, and you're so powerful.
And all natural
a
and
lot of
everything.
times, the Buzy With B show is about inspiration and motivation.
Because I'm not going natural.
And so what I'm saying is this: I want you to tell people where you're from, so they can know no matter where you're from, you can be great, you can do great. But look, we're from the same area, and
so
tell
you know
people
what
where you
area? Let me just start with the fact that I went to 10 schools before I ever graduated high school. When I tell you I'm a true product
She was bad
of
y'all.
the product of the product of the
I
product.
wasn't going to say it.
Lord, I did the DC public schools, the charter schools, the charter laboratory rats, because I feel like we was test dummies at one of the laboratory schools. So I have done it all, and I can say from a position of strength that the system is broken, and that we are in a sincere need of repair. When we talk about defunding the police, we talk
How do
about
you feel about that?
my. Let me tell you, we've been defunding our babies' education for so long that defunding the police almost seems like the more criminal act. I had a classmate, J Rock, rest in peace,
Yeah.
murdered in the school where there were armed officers and high profile with the electrocution. What are the name of the things you got to walk through to get in
metal
the door? Y'all
detectors.
know what I'm talking about. It looked like TSA coming in to get an education. So I didn't know if it was school or jail, because sometimes you got the same bar, so some babies don't know the difference. But you had to do all of that before to get in, and classmates still was murdered. There was not one trauma support session. There was not one counseling session. They didn't ask us, how's your mental health? How's did you eat some food today? but they put more officers in the school that helped no one. The young man was murdered in the school.
Yeah.
And so these are everyday occurrences with our young people. And at the Shaw location, they're dealing with the same trauma of a recent 13-year-old. I wanted to bring my nephew because his classmate Maurice Scott was 14 when he was murdered on the basketball team.
Yeah.
No trauma support. No meeting and mediation session of how are you healing. So that's my background, y'all. Just to help you guys understand that, you know, what did he said? Kendrick Lamar said, I'm from a whole bloodline of trauma.
Yeah.
Generational trauma. You know, my mom and I are just talking about how do we learn how to take care of ourselves. Because my mom has been caregiving since she was 8. And then she taught me when I was 2.
Yeah.
So caregiving becomes then the inherited trait of slavery, of taking care of everything and everyone but yourself.
Right.
Facts.
And just at a point where we are free-ish.
Free-ish.
Right.
We're learning how to take care of ourselves. We're learning about financial literacy conversations, self-taught. I've been out of undergrad for 10 years, Queen Victoria. First Lady. For 10 years. And just now getting to a point of self-teaching myself financial skills. It is criminal that babies are graduating and don't understand about taxes.
Yeah.
Or
And
bank accounts.
You know what? One of the
Send them
things.
to jail.
Yeah, one of the things and we're going to get into what our
It's criminal.
Organizations do and stuff like that. But
The ratio of buying a property. I still remember the Pythagorean theory, though. But we didn't learn the equation of home ownership.
No, we didn't.
None of it.
I didn't know anything.
So that's the policy side that you was looking for. See, the policy
She's trying to
took us
slide
out.
Yeah, she's trying to
trying to
sell
slide
her.
her little thing,
So
and
what
we
she's
not about
trying
to
to
do
do is
Right.
she's trying to
No,
slide
for
out
real,
of
tell my young
you know.
self.
So look, let me tell you, it's a lot of things that you know I did not know growing up. Me and Sharice, I'm from Southeast Washington, more so like the Atlantic Street area, Chesapeake area,
Congress Park.
Yeah,
Congress Heights.
and I mean what you're saying. I don't know where you're from. I don't know too much about.
Listen.
Listen.
To God be the glory.
Come on.
God be
I
the
am not from Southeast.
I know.
Northeast,
Tell me.
Northwest,
I
or
know.
Southwest.
Tell me.
I am from the phenomenally awesome Fort Washington,
Listen,
Maryland.
that is
area.
okay.
It's like,
That
hey,
is
y'all,
okay.
let's do this. That's
all day long.
I think
They
that's
was
Ward.
busing all
That's
the
Ward
kids
9.
to my school, and we still had to deal with the same thing.
No, I was about to say we all had to deal with the same thing, but you know, I like to
I rep
just
Fort
know
Washington,
a background, but you know, I'm so excited.
I like the
Okay.
piece about telling your younger self because you asked about my background.
You about to tell your younger self in
And-
1 minute.
and you well, go ahead. Then you
But
go
I think
ahead
you
and
have
pass
to.
it on.
let me tell you, you about to. I want
I'm
you
following your lead. I'm here. I'm a guest today,
to.
guys. I don't have
she
to-
said
we
it.
couldn't tell.
being in
We
control.
couldn't tell who show it was.
Look, she.
Victoria.
I was like, wait.
Look, hold up. At the end of the day, one thing that I wanted to do is just, you know, back up and,
love y'all.
you know, let them
Follow
do their
orders.
thing. No, you ain't. Let me tell you, when you surrounded by so much power, you know, it's okay.
But do y'all see that it's not, nobody is intimidated by the other. Nobody is throwing
I
shade.
am so happy. Let me tell you, I surround this studio with most guys most of the time, and I see how much they share the love. They share the spotlight. They share their clothing lines, and they, you know, bite off each other, and they okay with it. And I'm just saying, like, it's enough room for everybody.
enough room.
I want to go
One
ahead.
more time, just for
Go
everybody
ahead.
in the back. Just a couple more times. Lady V started, she kicked it off
Yes.
with the do you see how?
Yes.
And I think that needs to be repeated. And then the follow up. I'm gonna let y'all
Go
go
ahead.
take us back one more time.
I thought you said it was B show.
No, at the end of the day, listen, it's enough room for everybody. It's enough room for everybody. And this is the first time, and I'm just gonna share this.
Yeah.
This is the first time that I'm surrounded by beautiful Black women, you know, in this light and this stature, right? I've seen you preach in front of so many people, and I know how many people you influence. So yes, I've been in the studio with powerful, beautiful women, and I'm always so humble and appreciative when people can take the time out for free and give me their time, right? So, but I'm saying this is the first time where I'm just like, okay. Y'all go ahead.
I feel the power. If you got, I feel all the power.
It's a good vibe.
It
Because
really is.
I'm feeling empowered with the power on this.
Cause I didn't know how it was gonna go.
Me neither.
Cause I was like, now sis then said she's supposed to be the wife. I said, now I'm gonna get up there and she gonna say it, and I'm gonna have to be like, remember,
the wife.
remember. But then sis
Hallelujah.
manned up and was like, let's put this out here right now. And females don't do that.
No, you know what? Honestly, it was just really a joke. I love.
Yeah, it was.
Like it really
I missed
was.
it. I don't want to.
No.
I'll be repeating. I don't
No,
know if you want
you
to
really
repeat this
you missed it, but it was just really a joke. I love him. I will always love him. You know, as my brother. You know, as someone.
Cause you can come get them.
No, you can have him. I want my own. Okay, hallelujah.
Is he still on?
Yeah, he
Pack
probably
your
is.
stuff,
Look,
David.
No,
my
no.
goodness.
Y'all doing a good job. I'm so proud of him. You are magical. You guys are magical together. And just seeing you
Absolutely.
guys. Like, even when he's not there, to see how you could just stand in, baby, and oh my gosh, I'm so proud. I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
Like, where would he be without you? You know, if it wasn't me, why not you?
Look, the Saints always gotta throw something in. And then she want me to give a word.
No,
That's how they do
she
it.
gonna give a word. Okay, guys, and we're not gonna run out of time. So, Sharice, you ready to talk to your younger self?
I'm gonna pass it. You know what? I'm gonna pass it to Lady V, and
Lady!
I'm gonna say two things that I told the girls, and I was started out with this before I had to get redirected.
Okay.
But the young women that were at Shaw, they are actresses. They are creatives.
Yeah.
They are also mourning the loss of a 13-year-old friend, colleague, comrade, classmate. And a part of them, I could see the numbness around the table. I could feel the pain. I could feel the pain at the table. And one of my questions to them was to embrace that pain and turn that into purpose.
Empower.
Empower.
It's fuel.
Power. Yeah.
And that might see, and that doesn't mean that you don't feel the pain.
Feel
Because
it.
you don't
Grieve it.
You
A
don't
lot of times we don't
allow
deal
yourself
with
to
it.
mourn and grieve. Please allow yourselves to mourn and grieve, and it almost feels like the mourning never ends. And so at some point,
It do.
we have to create our strategy of how do I create a happy place, and I do that and redirect my energy from that pain. Like how do I? My mentor Tony Robbins, I had a chance to join him at UPW, and I'll yield. He talked about in a moment you can change your state of mind.
You can.
Yeah.
In a moment. And I didn't have access to that tiny bit of information as a young person to realize that I had that power to create a life on demand.
You can create your own life. You can manifest your own life.
I
And
want
I'm
everybody to
walking
receive that.
in that purpose. And I think
I got it.
one of the messages that I would want to give to a younger self is
Yeah.
it's so hard to be the bigger person sometimes and walk away from something that can be calling you. You can be egged on, and you feel like, oh my God, I didn't beat her ass. I can say it.
Yeah.
Or
Well.
I didn't do this. You know, trust me, even in my adulthood, on this journey of becoming this beautiful human being that I'm sitting here to be,
I think you're giving the word now. Wait a minute.
It was so many distractions, and I'm just saying, like, oh my gosh, when you got somebody in your ear saying you scared, you this, you that, you know, somebody you really truly love, and it was just like, it was so many things that kept me on my process of just staying awoke and staying in my purpose, and it was just like, okay, yeah, I'm scared. And look at me today, because guess what? Showing that I'm not scared is throwing her over the ledge, or running her over with my car, or, being on the internet fighting a group of women. Right. I'm saying the hardest thing to do is to be the bigger person and walk away. Because life is about decisions. Life is about decisions. I could have made that one choice, and where would I be right now? I would not be sitting in front of y'all. My daughters will be without a mom.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if I'm talking to a younger girl, it's so hard to be the bigger person. You feel like your ego just want to knock them out. You hear me?
Yeah.
Let's take him to the boxing ring, Lady V.
You hear me?
Let's take him to the boxing ring.
Yeah,
I understand.
I'm passing the torch. I'm about to
understand.
But the only thing about Lady V, though, she gonna stand on the stage. I need a microphone.
Stand right here with everybody else.
Because I want to see you do your thing. I already know. I want to see you right there on the stage 5 minutes from now. Like right now. You don't want to do
I
it.
ain't gonna take the whole 5 minutes.
All right, okay, that's the same
I
thing.
thought you had a topic.
That's the
I
same.
got my own,
I got your topic. You ready? Or you want to make your own topic?
I'm gonna do my own because I'm gonna go ahead and just pull over what y'all was talking about.
All right. So can I get a microphone, PJ? All right, I'm gonna introduce you like I did, hubby. Yep, that'll work. Okay. Mike, you on the stage? You need to get off. Thank you. All right. So guys, I get super duper excited, and I never know how to introduce, but no, you can step up there. So guys, I am so excited to introduce this woman of power, this minister, this preacher, this strong black woman that supports her man and know where to stand, okay? And I'm not going to give her a topic today. She is going to give us 5 minutes, and she's going to inspire. Let's just inspire that young black girl. Let's keep it going. All right, it's all yours.
I'm already inspired.
Yes.
It's a thing where we have to understand that our pain can keep us in a pit or it can carry us into purpose.
Okay.
And if you don't handle it the right way, then you'll miss the promise that is over your life. It's just like with in the book of with Job. And as Job was going through all of the things that he went through, he lost everything. He had some physical health issues, and it was a really dire situation. But the fact that he survived that, the Bible says that he got double what he lost. And a lot of times we're fighting over the little bit that has been taken away from us, not knowing that that was moved for us to be able to grow into the greater that God has for us. And had I died or stayed in the pit when I had my daughter when I was 15, I would have never gotten to where I am right now. But what I did was I decided that I'm going to use this pain and allow that to create a power on the inside of me. So every time I thought about the things that people were saying when they were saying I wasn't going to be anything or I wasn't going to go anywhere, when my family was talking about how my other family were going to graduate and I was going to be the one that was going to be the statistic, those were the things that kept playing in my mind, where I kept saying, first of all, it wasn't even spiritual. Sometimes I was stubborn. You're not going to tell me that I can't be. You're not going to tell me where I can't go. You're not going to say what I can't do. I'm going to my purpose. I'm going to my promise. And you have to allow your pain to pay you. When I had my daughter, we went all the way through school. She just graduated from college. Now she's an entrepreneur. That pain is now paying me.
Hello?
When I lost my house and I had to grind like I didn't have a place to stay, that's where I got my work ethic. So now my pain is starting to pay me. When I lost my mother and I didn't think I would be able to survive after that, it was her vision and her dream and her love that got me up out the bed every day, because I said, I'm not going to allow her legacy to live. That was my pain that paid me. So what you're doing is you're trying to dwell on the pain that you've gone through and the person who walked away from you and the heartbreak and the devastation and the disappointment and what she said and what he said, who wasn't there. But at some point, you've got to get up and do everything that you have in your mind and your heart that you want to do. You got to go knock on every door. You got to be like Job and say that I'm going to get to that expected end. I'm going to get to that promise. The Bible says greater the sufferings of this present time are worthy to be compared to the glory that shall be revealed. I've entered my glory season because of the suffering that I went to.
Amen.
So yes to the little girl who says, I don't know if I'm going to make it. Yes to the little girl that's growing up without a father. Yes to the little girl whose mother passed away. Yes to the little girl who had a baby out of wedlock. Yes to the little girl who was sleeping around because you didn't know how you were going to put food on the table. Amen. Yes to the little girl who was doing things that you didn't want to do, but you didn't have anybody else that was covering or protecting you. I'm telling you that you need to use that same work ethic, that same grind, those tears that you cried, allow those tears to take you into your destiny. It's a river. Every tear that I cried created a float for me to get to that next level. Amen. So now I look back over my life and I'm like, yeah, I did that and I failed right there and I said that and I messed up right there, but look at me right now. God has something greater for me. And I say that to every little girl out there. God has something greater for you. It doesn't matter where you fail. It doesn't matter where you messed up. He said a just man falls 7 times, but he gets back up again, which means that I'm going to mess up. I'm going to fall. He said that your strength is made perfect in my weakness, which means that I'm going to get weak and he's going to be the strength in the middle of my weakness. He said that he'll lift up my bowed down head, that he draws nigh to the brokenhearted. So actually I'm excited when my heart gets broken, because that means that God is drawing nigh to me, and greater is he that's on the inside of me than he that's in the world. So nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. You gotta just
understand that God has called you for such a time as this, and even in the low place, God will lift you up.
Amen.
Just let your pain pay you. See?
I didn't know how I was gonna slow her down, but
slow down for what? Turn down for what? Lady Fire?
Man, what? When I tell you guys, the show, I don't know where we went. Man,
My.
let me tell you. So hold on. Here's a person that say, "Oh, I ain't gonna take the whole 5 minutes."
I'm just gonna.
But when guys, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's nothing like women that come together and can just set the place on such fire. That is just, men, I loved y'all. Like the feeling was, everything. Oh, but us together, if we can come together. A lot of times with women, it's always competition.
Right.
You feel like it's not enough room. But I hope through the Buzy With B show, you can see that you can be powerful. You can be beautiful. We don't have to down talk each other. We can love on each other and. Oh my gosh! Together,
I just can I comment on the word that just came forth?
Man, hallelujah, man.
I need another mic for this.
Let me tell you,
this is the mic that's hot, so I'm just going.
This is what I'm saying
borrow
about
some of that energy.
When church open up, I promise you, I'm gonna be sitting on the front pew because, honest to God, just like your husband, when he was here, I always show up for him. He always invite me to church, and he always surprised me because I always feel like he's talking to me. And tonight, I felt like you was talking to me.
That just touched my soul, because
I got chills still.
I just want you to say, Lady V, you just always do it to me every time. I mean, every time I've come to visit your church. I've also just followed you online. Obviously, before I'm just trying to check out a little bit, but thank you. I don't think I've thanked you enough. I haven't recently had a chance to just say thank you.
But thank you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I think that it's essential for women to unite with other strong women. And if everybody brings their strength to the table,
I think that was that season.
That's how we get that power.
It's the coming out of the quarantine season. Can we gonna call that coming out of the quarantine season?
Come out of quarantine season together.
Because in quarantine, it did allow me time to just kind of dig a little bit deeper into the levels of where I wanted my contributions to be. And again, having women who sow seeds into your life along the way, that's another thing. Cling to women of power and purpose. I think that falls in line with your message and what we were talking about with the young ladies earlier, because it's okay if someone just gives you just a word. That's going to, you just never know what that word's going to be. And in the old days, I remember someone said that when the slave got a word, that they went and ran back for cover to tell someone they learned a new word. And that was our evolution out of the huts of history's shame. That was our evolution. And so that's what we must do, is that when I'm learning a new word and I'm learning a new investment strategy, I'm going back to my family, I learned this new skill, and when I'm learning new ways to eat and treat my body, I'm saying, I'm learning these new skills. I want you to try them out, because we're still learning and growing. And I go back and say, Mama, are you taking care of yourself? Mama, because you've been taking care of everybody for so long. I'm learning how to take care of myself, Mama. Listen, we had a celebration about us learning how to take care of ourselves.
It's necessary.
Because we've been giving and giving and giving and giving for so long. So celebrate the baby steps.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. If it's not huge, it's not happening. Celebrate your process. Even when sometimes you don't even know you're in the process. You don't even know that God is working behind the scenes and he's just working on you. And I'm grateful to sit here and be able to even look at myself and listen to my own voice on my podcast.
Yes, podcast.
When it's time for me to share my story and you guys get to know a lot of the journey that I've been through to even get here, I can't wait, to really impact millions, because you got to claim it for yourself.
Facts.
And so it's millions of girls and
it.
millions of moms that I'm going to tell my story to that we going to take over the world. And I
All
think
day.
as long as we keep this connection and this energy flowing, like this is longer than an hour show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I'm going to do right here, right now, is invite you guys to my YouTube channel because it's
I'm
so
a fan
many.
member. I like, subscribe, all of those
Love
things.
you. And I'm just saying we need to do this because this is longer than 1 hour.
Yeah.
And we need to do this. Again, I won't try to commit you guys to my little once a month show.
Listen, I didn't bring the calendar with me. I still have an analog calendar.
If I'm free,
I mean,
I
it's
still
just
write down.
things like this. Like even the vibe that I had with Dave, it was just so many great people that we influenced, and I can't wait to see the numbers from the show. Which I'm not caught up in numbers. You know, I don't care if I have one or I impact one. It's just I feel so great. I'm not caught up in that, but I'm just so excited to have this experience.
I'm gonna say
And we gotta wind down, Sharice,
that
'cause
one
you know
of the
how
things
you
that
get.
Victoria does is that she does a post about people putting their Cash App into her post, and that's something that got me in the mindset of going
So we can
after
bless other people.
to bless other people,
Yeah.
looking
Okay.
at raising funding for my firms.
Yep.
And I'm going to be honest, I still struggle with the fundraising part. I can write you a proposal, I can get you a project going, I can run that project management. So I am
Matter of
just
fact,
getting
we
into.
we on the live right now, right?
Right.
Oh,
we
What?
are.
Type your Cash App in there.
But
You know what? I've never done this. Like I'm
No,
always
you know what?
scared to
Second
ask for
cash-
money.
You know,
I've
You
never.
got it?
My
Listen,
Busy With B.
GGU community. This
Oh
is
my
what we finna do,
gosh.
right?
finna
They
do.
still on there. This,
Okay.
there's some of them still on there. This is what we finna do.
think she
And
needs the
he
hot
he
mic.
about to put the she's putting her Cash App
This
in
my
there,
first-
and this her first time.
I'm
This her
nervous.
first time. Congratulations
I'm so-
for
me
learning
too.
how to let people
Listen,
sow into
I'm
your
a-
life. So I need you to get her Cash App and sow a seed into her life on today. That's what I need you to do. Listen, I know that usually when I'm doing my Cash App, and I need to hurry up, when I do mine, I always say, whatever the Lord drops in your spirit and all that stuff like that. And if you send $2 or $3, it's going to be a blessing. But I know some of you guys have way more than $2 and $3.
on.
And I need y'all to show up tonight. I think that she's doing a phenomenal job with this podcast. I think that God is going to expand and enlarge her territory.
Amen.
And we need to be investors in what God is going to do because he gives seed to the sower.
Yeah.
So we believe that by you sowing tonight, that it's going to be yet another seed that he puts in your harvest. I'm going to go ahead and let you take it back. I'm going to sow my seed, GGU.
Oh my
I'm going to sow my
gosh.
seed first because y'all know I don't tell you to do it if I don't do it. And then, so that means I got to drop off.
No.
And
sow
also
your
drop
seed.
your Cash App too, because that means that we need to return that back to you. You know, see,
Oh
this,
my
this is the
gosh.
law
Let
of
me tell
reciprocity, and I just believe
I'm
that
like a
we
little
need to put
emotional.
in
This is
your
one
Cash
time
App,
that I'm like
so we can
so
also
emotional.
invest that back into, and I think I'll put in not my Cash App, but my firm to support youth services at District Influencers. I have not, and that's what I was sharing about. I've been actively now looking to get the funding for these babies to do our Operation 24.
Oh my gosh, it's so crazy,
GGU,
y'all.
I'm sowing $100 seed. Who
Oh
matching
my
my seed?
God.
One of y'all match my seed. One of y'all can match my seed. I know
Oh
you
my
can.
gosh.
I love it.
Let
I
me
know
tell
you can.
y'all, I'm so emotional. This show is winding down. I'm surprised my producer's not behind the scene knocking me off. But guys, when I tell you, this is so
Thank
humbling.
you.
I'm so grateful. I've always been grateful. But even you guys don't even know the struggle to keep the show going. Like
Yeah.
when God speak something over you, you step in my faith, and you just never know. And I'm just trying to tell you, like,
It's all right.
I'm always afraid to ask, for money and
girl,
things of that
please.
nature.
I'm
But,
what she says. We getting it. We listen.
Thank
2020
you.
is still. I don't care what it looks like.
I'm trying to hurry up so they can see I ain't
2020
lying.
is
Did
still
you?
our year.
That's me. Thank you.
It's still our year.
Oh my gosh, 2020 is still our year, y'all. We have to wind down the show. I want to tell y'all next week, which I haven't even told my producer this yet, but we're going to be streaming from outside Martin Luther King Avenue. We're going to do like a cookout. It's going to be
I
a
love
free
it.
4th of July show. We're going to be out there on the scene. I'm going to have my tent. Oh my gosh. I'm like, my Cash App going up and I'm just like excited.
I
My
love
folks,
it.
I love y'all.
I
We're
love
going to
it.
have my tent. We're going to have a lot of great things out there. Food, guys. I'm trying to get my crab guy. All black entrepreneurs that's doing their thing in the food industry. We're going to be out there early. So before the show. So we're going to be streaming live. I got my cameraman.
I'm excited.
I'm going to hit Listen Vision. We're going to be on from...
Done.
Oh my gosh.
Because they need to see I did it.
Yes, I believe you.
No, they
Amen.
got to see it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. And so, oh my, $100.
That's what we do. That's what the community
Oh my gosh.
That's what
so
we do.
guys, I'm gonna be out in the community next week. I want you guys to come down, join me. I'm excited. I'm gonna have a whole tent set up. I'm gonna be out there. We're gonna eat Caribbean food. I'm gonna interview entrepreneurs, or even if you come out there, you're gonna be on camera. We're gonna talk about it. So again, the Buzy With B show provides everything about our community, because a lot of times they don't tell us what's going on in our community. So I'm gonna be out there with my people, and
Amen.
I'm so I cannot believe this is happening right now. Y'all just don't.
Look at God. I remember. I told you I'm in the we in
Y'all
the same
just don't
wavelength.
even understand. Like, if y'all knew the backstory to everything,
You gotta put your Cash
I'm
App
so
in there, though.
grateful. Oh my God.
That's what we
Buzy
do.
With B.
Right.
She's putting
Buzy
her
With
Cash
B,
App
the
in.
rapper,
You know,
the
extraordinaire, the
podcaster,
mom, support and show
leader,
love.
entrepreneur. We're praying and covering over the whole progress, future.
Thank
everybody
you.
watching, everybody that will watch everything that Sharice is doing. That's right. Type it out, so you type it in.
Yes,
Look, I just
and yes, I'm
confirmed.
so excited, because one thing I'm gonna say is I'm so inspired. I can't wait to connect with you, because I know you're already a powerful speaker. But one of my things is to share my story and to speak to other women as you do.
Yes.
My producer is giving me the
Yeah, we
eye.
got the-
It's
Okay.
time, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Real quick, tell us where we can find. You gotta make it real quick. Real quick.
I am
Large.
Victoria Venable.
There you go. I am Victoria Venable. and I'm just on all social platforms at
Them
Crawford
Cash
at
Apps
Large.
on there? Look at
And
that.
look up District Influencers on social media. District Influencers, guys. Praise.
So guys, each and every Monday, right here, Listen Vision Live Studios. Next week, we're going to be outside. I think it's 2200 Martin Luther King Avenue. Tent setup, food. We're going to celebrate Independence Day, Black Power, Black Lives Matter movement. Come out there and have fun with your girl. Peace.
Peace out.